What's up, guys? And by what's up, guys, I mean hello, 0 viewers. But we're gonna post it a couple places because that benefited everybody last time. And then I'm just gonna ramble on a little bit about what happened today. It was a pretty uneventful day. So if you weren't paying attention, that's okay because you didn't miss a whole lot. But let me post this link places first, and then we'll get rocking and rolling here. Trying to keep an eye on everything, seeing what's up. We'll see if we can get some viewers by posting in some spots. Just gotta figure out how to get a link to my own video. Obviously, I'm very good at this and experienced. I'm watching live PS5 stuff in the background, so if something happens, you'll hear me scream a little something, but for now, we're just chilling. Oh, no, I just want to find a link to my videos. I didn't think it was that hard. Let's see, options, get a shareable link. There we go, people. Okay, alright. Okay, let's see if we posted it 2 places now, so cool. We're gonna figure out if I have any good way to keep an eye on this. I'm keeping an eye on a handful of other people in the background too, so if anything happens, I'll flag ya, and we can dink around on the screen a little bit too as we feel fit. Whatever floats the boat. Hopefully this won't be too loud. Oh, okay, that's over. Alright, so looks like I'm picking up where Showtime left off. All goody, all goody. So what's up, guys? If you came for a little recap of what happened today on December the 2nd, you're in the right place. This is just gonna be... So what's up, guys? Oh, shit! I can hear myself. Sorry about that, guys. What happened today? Fun. I'm sure you love that. Okay. Sorry, it's done. Still learning how to do some of the more technical stuff here, but any chance we get a Target drop? So, Arise from Slumber, the tricky thing with Target is it seems like all the units are now showing up at the stores, but the common agreement, although it's pretty loose, is that we think it's going to be store by store. I personally went to 2 Targets yesterday, because they were showing up on Pop Finder for me. If you need the steps to do that, just check out my Twitter. I got the stuff pasted there. And they both said roughly the same thing, which is that you will not be able to buy them in the store, but they will have to be picked up from the store. So I think, we've pretty much heard that same message at all the retailers. It looks like Target runs a tighter ship than Walmart, looking at the way things have been going. So it's possible we could get a drop, but I think we're expecting a lot of different times in different cities to drop. The one thing I think that we're pretty confident on is that the drops will have happened by the 6th. So it's going to be soon in the next 3 or 4 days. What I would caution people, I know it's like really exciting looking at 10,000 units in the US and 2,500 digital, but if you go into Pop Finder, look what's near you. when you consider, how much attention 45 units max per store we're seeing, like, it's still going to be really hard, even if you're one of the people paying attention. What up, Reese? Thanks for being here. Thanks to the 10 people here. This is the most people that have ever watched me live, so that's pretty cool. We're just kind of hanging out, playing some music, drinking some beer, talking about PS5 and what the hell we can possibly do to hopefully get our hands on one. It's unfortunately, it's going to be a little tricky this week, but it seems like there's going to be some activity as far as what actually happened today. The only confirmed significant PS5 drop was Costco. I'm on West Coast time, so if I talk in time, you can assume Pacific Standard Time, but it dropped, I think, at 10:15 a.m. my time. Reese, I got the 5, got lucky to have a pre-order on the 16th from Target. Oh, fuck. So jealous. Just hanging out, right on. Yeah, that's what's up. That's kind of part of what this is I feel like there's a lot of people just kicking it, thinking about what the hell they should be doing for PS5 and how to get it. And there's some really, really good people covering it, but it seems like there's a lot more demand than there is supply as far as people just I guess hanging out and talking about it. So just trying to do my little part out here. I think PlayStation Direct I think it's really likely that we're going to see another drop this week. I don't know for sure, but my gut says for the next, up till Christmas, 21st, 22nd, that kind of stuff, I would be surprised if they're not doing at least one drop a week, probably closer to 2. It'd be nice if there were more than that, but I wouldn't get my hopes up. I don't think they're going to be doing consecutive days. But yeah, we'll see. I think there's a decent chance that we're going to see PlayStation Direct drop. And if you guys have any questions on some of this stuff that's come out about how to do that best, I made a video earlier today. You can watch it. You can ask questions. Again, I'm just here to hang out and kind of connect with other people. So, but yeah. So PlayStation Direct, that's its own can of worms. It really just boils down to you want to be early and you want to have as many unique requests in as you can get. And then with Target, what we're seeing, I think from a macro level, is all the stores are getting their shipments. So it's very clear that they all, for the most part, not every store of course, but the majority of stores had a scheduled shipment coming in. We were hearing rumors of it a couple days ago, and then Pathfinder started popping off, no pun intended. So it seems like just all those inventories are starting to update, which is, it's good because it means we have some hope, but it's also worth, knowing that even though there are 10,000, it's I was just watching a stream earlier today that had 1,000 people watching it. That's a tenth of all the PS5s in the entire Target. So, hey, what up, Michael? Welcome to the hangout. So yeah, we'll see with Target. Yeah, there's still a lot of areas without stock, so that's a great point, Jessica. I think the interesting thing about that means that they're still trickling in, and there's still whatever wave started to crash of adding inventory is very much going on for multiple days. So, we'll see what happens. People were reporting today that Target just got updated, and I was confused because yesterday I ran out the door all jittery because I saw Target get updated, and it's exactly what you're saying. There's a bunch of the areas are getting stock in different waves depending on, I would assume, where you are and a host of factors they don't make public. But the things that we do know pretty confidently, obviously there are a few outliers, but in general, I I wonder if there's any more legitimacy behind this YT next gen gaming guy. I'm not sure. There's a lot of rumor mill hype stuff on Twitter, so I'm never totally sure. Maybe I'm not super familiar with him or her. Jessica said some of the biggest stories in our area haven't gotten any at this point. I'm still thinking maybe Thursday night unless stock fills in a lot more tonight. Yeah. What's going on, Zachary? Hello. I agree with that, Jessica. I think, if you look at Target, they've been a lot more consistent about how they are doing things. Obviously, yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm up here in Seattle, and it seems like if you live in a pretty urban populated area, like, it's tough. Not sure how they expect 8 million people to compete for like 40 PS5s. I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like, just look at New York alone. All the PS5s, like, Target fucked up earlier today, and somehow we got the numbers of like how much actual stock was there. It's TBD on whether or not that's like actually the total stock, or if that number is going to change, or whatever's going on there. But that's why I've been offering that sloppy for a PS5 Desperation Truth. I feel like we've all, like, my most literal example of desperation was, I was like, oh, I would never buy a bundle. Like, that's not me. And I literally, at one point, tried to buy the Kohl's bundle twice for like $700. It's like, this is literally twice what I wanted to pay when I started this out. And now I'm upset that I wasn't able to pay double. It's just like, the whole thing is just so fucked. But as far as like the Target stuff goes, I'm not sure how it's all gonna go down. It's obvious that the stores are getting pretty consistent messaging as how to handle it, because we're not seeing this weird like discrepancies that we're seeing at all the Walmarts. Lurking, StockX, to be honest, the Ant Online bundle might as well be a scalp. Yeah, I mean, that's like, I think, one of the best points to people that are like myself included, that are really like anti the bundles. It's like, look, you sit there and you legitimately debate buying just the console for $700, but then you like turn your nose up at an $840 bundle that has like so much more value to it. So yeah, I totally feel you on that one. The Yeah, I was keeping an eye on StockX too, seeing what was happening. It seems like the Xboxes are going down a little bit, whereas PlayStation's still just a fucking crapshoot. You know. But we'll see what happens with Target. I mean, I think best like legitimate steps you can take with Target. I don't know if this makes it better or worse, but there's a handful of apps and things you can get that track stock. So the one I'm using on my phone is called Hotstock, and it like pings me when basically any inventory goes live. There's a premium version of it too. I haven't bought it because I'm a cheap bastard, but I considered getting it. So part of me wonders, yeah, it's cool to get a stock alert real quick, but at the end of the day, you and I are people with fingers, and no matter how many autofills and shortcuts and things you have set up, like a computer is going to be able to do more with that. Use the My Store app. Yeah, I've heard good stuff about My Store too. So tonight is maybe Target, and that's it. Yeah, as far as like what we are actively keeping an eye on, Michael. By the way, welcome, David. Target's the only thing that we're thinking could drop. If it's gonna drop in a coordinated way, this is just my opinion, but if we look at the way it dropped last time, they dropped Pacific Standard Time midnight. So to me, that says pretty intentional. If it's gonna drop across all the stores, I would guess it probably would drop at midnight again. But if that's relevant, that also means it's probably not gonna drop tonight, because some stores are still definitely getting their stock. The amount of stores that had stock yesterday compared to today is totally different. No stores, to my knowledge, have lost their stock. Okay, that's a little too jazzy for us there. But actually, okay, jazz is kind of nice one. Thanks. So we'll see. I think it's unlikely that Target's going to drop tonight. It's possible. I think if it does drop, as a unified thing across all the Targets, it would be at a midnight drop, but I just don't see that happening tonight, personally. Looking at the way the stock numbers are, it seems like a lot of stuff is changing. Michael says, I was thinking about getting a little cactus or devil's ivy plant. Just something for the desk. I see you are the plant dad. Yeah, Yeah, I wanted to choose a semi-neutral identity uh, that hopefully like wasn't too intimidating to people, but was relevant to who I am. I just got a bunch of plants. I'm not vegan or vegetarian or anything. I just like plants. Um, Recommendations for plants. So, I mean, if you want like an unkillable, semi-unkillable plant, like snake plants are just like so hard to kill. Like they're my number one thing that I'd recommend if you want something. If you're someone who feels like you don't get plants and you just want it to work, like a snake plant is a very good option for that. There's a few other, succulents that I think it's kind of ironic. There's some things that require so few maintenance, it actually makes them harder to care for because people try and like really cater to them and then they end up overwatering or doing whatever. Um, Jamie says the sloppy. I know. I looked at that earlier and was like, oh shit, is this spam content? And I was like, oh no, that's what's up. In all seriousness, can I have my PS5? Yes, says Jamie. Yeah, 1,000%. That's where I'm at too. You know, we'll see. I will say what's worth knowing is we saw random stuff drop like Costco, totally out of the blue. A decent amount, I would say the majority of consoles that got sold went to real people. Nobody was talking about that yesterday. Nobody was talking about it this morning. So those curveballs are going to be all around this whole week and the upcoming week, Christmas. But I can check that out. Let's see who this person on Twitter is, David. We'll check it out and I'll get some of this going on. So I know this is going to be a little bit confusing. Whoa! Pew, pew, pew. There we are. Hello. You can see the mind behind the madness. All right. So let's see, David. We'll do this for you. I hope you're not just subtly promoting your own stream. I mean, if you are, I guess well played. You got me. Oh no, this looks. Is this person legit? Probably. I think it's pretty hard to get 10,000 followers if you're completely bullshit. He's also being followed by very legitimate people that I follow. So I think, yeah, next gen gaming YT is probably legitimate if I had to guess. Hopefully that was helpful for you. Now we'll go back right now. No, I'm not him. It's all good. Is the Mega Sloppy King here? Who's to say? If only the Mega Sloppy King would grace us with, I assume, his presence. Maybe it's a female Mega Sloppy King. Who's to say? I don't choose. But yeah, we'll see. The Mega Sloppy King is Michael. You are to say. You know what? That's fair. You did use sloppy before anyone else here, so I think you've earned the title of Mega Sloppy King. How are people checking the stock at Target, or is that BS? No, it is not BS. So it's a very real thing. What matters is that the stock that we're seeing is not live on Target's website to be purchased. So to answer your question, emails, most people are using what's called Pop Finder, which is essentially it tracks units by their code or whatever. And that's how they're seeing that they're in there. So it's legitimate. It's just they're not for sale yet. So it's quite. I literally went to a Target yesterday and looked at some behind glass and was like, one day. Okay. Whoa, popping off in here. It is I. So it's Michael, the Mega Sloppy King. Michael Bonilla is the Sloppy King on Reddit. You've been offering the sloppy to everyone on the subreddit to keep people laughing. Same name on Reddit. Nice, man. I mean, I feel like at this point it's like, yo. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Hey, thanks. Taking one for the team there. It's Mega Sloppy King Michael, we appreciate it. But if anyone does have questions about how to keep an eye on that stock behind the scenes and when it goes live, Pop Finder is what most people are using for specifically Walmart and Best Buy. Walmart is what BrickSeek is best for. Best Buy and Target is what Pop Finder is best for. In my experience, try it for yourself, see what works. But there are a couple apps that might help you. I'm not like sponsored by these people. I don't fucking care. I'm just using them like a regular person. But the Hot Stock app supposedly pings you. I've had it set up the whole time, and I've gotten pinged only for essentially the Pulse 3D headset, which goes out of stock like so fast. I think I added it to my cart one time and then it was gone. But ultimately, it is what it is. Oh, Mega Slappy King all over the place says, Gio, welcome to the stream. Also, is the audio and stuff okay, guys? I can't really, I like hear it, but I don't hear it. I'm not sure how it translates, so let me know. Sloppy is omnipresent. It's part of the very fabric of our existence. Sloppy. Oh, not gonna. That was almost not a good sentence to put together. It's gonna be the sloppy, some other words, yada yada, and then the word penetrate was gonna come. I'm not gonna do that. That's not great. Okay, cool. I'm glad it sounds okay. Just making sure the music and all that's all right. What does Jamie say? Hopefully I'm saying that right. As far as Target stock, there's only been one I've heard that did sell their stock, was working at the time, or I'd have headed out there. Believe that one because it was at 20 and decreased slowly. Yeah, again, I think we're definitely going to find outliers to the way this is all going down in the targets. I think what we're at the point right now is trying to figure out, is that because some people are going rogue, or is that actually because the targets are going to be acting independently? So I think, that'll become clear over the next couple days. Wow, this is everyone here for the sloppy? Fuck yeah, I guess you weren't kidding when you were saying you literally were offering people on Reddit the sloppy. Hell yeah. Well, hey, I'll take it. Sloppy gang, let's do it. But yeah, that would be interesting, Jamie. Let's see, Trevor. This is the chillest stream I've joined so far. This is a good place to clown out. Yeah, that's the hope. Like, no, I literally offered a sloppy to boost your channel. Gotta support my fellow kings. Yo, thank you. That's what's up. I appreciate that. Oh, that's funny. Shit. Okay. Yo, cheers to you as well, Kelsey. Welcome. Yeah, this is great. I'm glad that sloppy is the adjective that is the first one to really stand out in my streams. Sloppy for sloppy, King Clown. Amen. Yeah, no, we're just trying to provide a place if you're keeping an eye on this stuff. I'm keeping an eye in the background, but methinks for tonight, probably most of what was gonna happen is gonna happen. I mean, who knows with Target? It's gonna be weird, but I think for the most part, this is probably just commiseration. David said, Quentin said, the struggle is real. Yeah. And then David C, not every store in my area has stock, but according to the email by YT Next Gen Gaming guy, they'll do small releases regardless. Yeah, I've heard a lot of kind of different stuff on that. I should look at that. I mean, I can pull that up. Let's see. So I'll leave it on there till we're ready to switch, so you don't have to see the freaky stuff. But okay, I see the picture you're talking about. So we'll let's flip that over and we'll see what's up there. Thank you for drawing my attention to that. Jesus Christ, how fucking hard is it to just open it in a tab so I can see it? Okay, there we go. Atta baby. All right, prepare. Dun dun. Here we are, people. Okay, so this is what David... I haven't read this yet because I've been doing this, so... Oh, this is, I think, what Spiel was reporting. We'll see. It says, update with multiple guest order direction. Fulfillment experts come across multiple orders by a single guest. Yeah, I read this earlier. So, that top part, I think mostly what that is going to translate to is essentially saying that if they catch people trying to cop multiple units... my guess is if you order 2, maybe they'll cancel your order, but it's not like you're going to get reported. But I think they want to take a more active stance to deal with bots and people that are exploiting the system. We'll see. I mean, I assume that's bad for bots. it sounds to me like that's an internal corporate memo that essentially says, don't let them know that we're on to them, but please tell us, who they are. So, I mean, we'll see what goes on with that, but that's worth looking at. Let's see anything else here. Inventory after November 25th. Yeah, we saw it. Inventory will continue to ride in waves throughout the season, as we are very clearly seeing. This is honestly, this is a great email. I'm sure Target is not happy that we are seeing this. First event will be the week of November 29th. We knew it was going to be after Cyber Monday, but it is always good to see it in writing. Yeah, I mean, who knows for sure? Obviously, like, people fake this crap all the time, so it's I can't say, like, for sure. But it seems pretty credible to me. I mean, that seems like the real deal. Okay, a bunch of people said, oh, hello, Kelsey. I'm glad you think it's a chill stream. That's the goal. Which game is everyone of the ones announced or out? Once we can get our hands on one, looking forward to playing to the most. I think we got the gist of what that was. My guess is my ability to translate that to verbal words was not ideal, but I think it's basically, what game is it that you're most psyched for on the PS5? Also, Michael said, the Twitter guy seems pretty convinced it's going to drop tonight, probably in the 8 a.m. I would love that, but I can tell you personally, I've stayed up more than a half dozen times for a mystical Target drop that never happened, so, I'm not sure. People on his Twitter are really pissed this guy refuses to confirm a drop today. I mean, I get it. I wouldn't, if I was the source, I definitely wouldn't be confirming things. Okay. Is this, Michael, who are you talking about? Are you just talking about the next gen gaming YT guy? Is that who we're discussing here? Ooh, as he almost spills beer on his computer. Could have been bad. Fortunately, it was not. Ooh, danger, people. Okay. Yeah, we can. I'm sure his comments are pissed. Twitter is like the fucking rumor factory. A single little spark goes off there and everyone goes crazy for like 10 minutes, and then the 10 minutes after it, they go equally crazy in the opposite direction. Like, when somebody fucks up on Twitter, people just basically pull out nails and are just ready to crucify. So I'm not surprised. Yeah, okay, let's go look at his Twitter again, because it sounds like that is popping off. So oh right, I figured out I can control this shit from my phone. Yo, I'm trying to be fucking real dude right here. So let's see if this works. In theory, it's like I know what I'm doing. Alright, fuck it, I'm not gonna fuck with that. I'm just gonna do it the manual way. Okay, so more stuff from this dude. Let's check out his weird Twitter, see what next game. So let's see. As we said in this email below, it will release on this week, and we do not do releases with such little inventory on weekends. Not all stores have gotten supply of Sony PS5. The ones that have stock are supposed to go live tonight, somewhere between X to X. Huh. Are they saying that came from that email? Or is he saying that he heard that? Because I kind of always operate... Let's see. Exact date for the week of November 29th, and additional dates will be communicated via My Day. Use them to plan schedules and inventory flow. Dates are confidential and subject to change based on inventory availability. If consoles remain after the event date... I almost finished that. Oh, if consoles remain. That's a joke. Yeah, no, I mean, I see now what you mean, why everyone is super pissed that it's star to star. I would love for that to be true. So sorry guys if I'm not responding to you. I don't have the capability because I'm operating on one monitor. I can't really see my chat super well. Oh, maybe I can do it up here. So when I'm like screen sharing, the interaction part unfortunately doesn't work. Maybe I can do it through the YouTube app. Sorry, this is my third night doing this, so I'm still just kind of figuring figuring out how the people do it. I didn't figure it out, so that'll be something for tomorrow, I guess. But yeah, I mean, this is exciting. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on Target, but this will answer your question. Is it confirmed? So he's basically, I mean, I'm like, the way that he or she is talking about this, it sounds to me, I mean, look at this picture. Like, that's in a Target. Well, actually, there's no way to tell. But I just feel, that looks like a company computer to me. Yeah, I mean, if this person does work for Target, like, I would not be putting that shit out either. So we're gonna come back here so I can see what people are saying. Okay. Let's see. I wish I wasn't in New York. It'd be so much easier to local cop if I had to compete with the suburban wine moms at my 7th Walmart. Truth. What up, stink bub? Yeah, we clowning out here. Yeah, man. That's what I've been thinking about a lot. Is like, there's gonna be first there's gonna be a handful of moms these upcoming weeks that are gonna be very upset, and then this last week there's gonna be a lot of kids that are gonna be super upset. Like, you know, we're paying enough attention to this that we're collaborating, we're talking, we're sharing information. Like, how the hell are you supposed to get a PS5 if you're just some, like, again, if you're a suburban wine mom? Like, I don't think you stand a chance unless you happen to be in the right place at the right time. And, you know, considering we're all trying to do that, I just don't see that happening very often. Yeah, I also, this is just my personal view, I think Amazon is gonna try and swoop in to do some save the day bullshit. I don't think it's gonna be like anything groundbreaking, but Michael says I'm gonna go full Karen on the 17-year-old behind the Target return counter and bully them into giving her 7 PS5s out the back. Yeah, just fucking that dock deal in the back. Do it right. I'm sure that that 17-year-old definitely knows what's up. And then Kelsey said, I don't know, in suburban Upper Peninsula, we have 0 stock so far, so I'd rather be in urban areas right now. Actually, honestly, Kelsey, that's a great point. Because they're, like, if I look at me, right, I'm in Seattle. I'm pretty sure I can show you guys. I'll use my old work zip code, that way it's not, like, too weird. But I'll show you how many show up. Like, it's a lot. It is a lot of units that show up near me. At the same time, it's also like we're not really that close to it, so if you don't know what Pop Finder is, here's your tutorial. It's literally made to find Funko Pops. So, like, fucking shout out to the nerds who like Funko Pops, because you saved the day on this one. Target inventory tracker, pretty easy. I'm pretty sure they just, like, immediately list consoles now, because that's kind of what everyone's here for. If you didn't know, there's 4 times as many discs as there are digitals as far as the information that we think is true. So, let's see. Like, see what's up here? 20, 20, 20, 20, 19, 18, 20. This is what I saw yesterday that had me, like, shaking and throwing on my jacket and running out the door. And while I was at this one, some guy told me that they sold one. They're selling them here, but this was 22 days ago. It's still 20 now, so I'm not sure how true that proved. Anyways, would recommend. This is a good way. When we talked about earlier, how do people know? This is how. I looked up earlier, like, it was like Waco, Texas or something, and I found a store with, like, 34, I think. So, depending on what it is. Alright, let's see. Whoa, we popping off in here. Shit, bro. Colin says, suburban Arizona not looking bad right now. Hey, go Arizona. Jessica said, my buddy randomly hopped onto Walmart the day they released every 3 hours and snagged a console. Didn't even try. Oh, God, it's like such a... I mean, respect. Like, I'm not going to hate anyone who's able to cop, because that's what we're all out here trying to do. But man, like, I'm sure you guys know, it low-key sucks when you're, like, following something super closely and, like, you just go to bed or you go to the bathroom or who the hell knows, and all of a sudden it's like, look at all the W's we have, out of stock. So, I know that pain of, like, when do you think Target will go live, says Cameron. This is just my opinion. Last time Target went live, it was at midnight Pacific Standard Time. So, if it is going to be a corporate ordered thing, I think midnight would be the most logical. But then again, you know, they might be trying to throw people off. They know we're doing this kind of shit, so who's to say? Let's see. Jessica said DC area still has lots of stuff with no stock. Yeah, that to me says they're still on the way, because that seems like a place you would try and put a lot of units. And then Michael, imagine not living next to 11 Walmarts. I heard there's sloppies. There are sloppies. Welcome. Shit. Sorry, I'm pretty slow reacting to this, but yeah, sloppy gang's out here. What up? Michael said, Twitter guy we were looking at just backtracked and said, could be today or tomorrow. That's the thing that, like, you know, everyone's gonna, they don't want to be the one to say it's happening at this time, because if it doesn't happen, they're the first person everyone goes to take out their frustrations. So, I'm not sure if I clarified calling Pacific Standard Time. So if you're on Eastern Time, people were saying 3 a.m. Eastern, which I remember originally. I was like, why the fuck would they launch at 3 a.m.? I mean, maybe it is 3 a.m., but it also just might be waiting for the day to turn into the next day West Coast time. So we'll see. I don't know what's gonna happen. I know this isn't the thing everyone wants to hear, and I'm not trying to be like pessimistic about it, but the Target thing seems like a real good opportunity for bots. Minus the pickup thing, that's gonna be hard. So I don't know if I can get around that, but just being able to act quick enough. That seems like something bots would be able to do very well. So, all right, Michael said he claimed to drop last night. Had to block a bunch of people when it didn't happen. Yeah, that's why you shouldn't be out here fucking saying that drops are about to happen when it's like, we don't. You can only report on the stuff you actually know, and even the stuff we actually know half the time isn't even true. Seems like PlayStation Direct is the best way to go. Yo, that's how I'm banking on it. I think PlayStation Direct, everything else is kind of fluky. It might happen. If it does, awesome. But, like, you know, we're all getting really hyped for this Target stuff because it's kind of transparent. But I don't think most of us, unfortunately, have a good chance at getting those units. I think it's going to be, like, up, down, real quick shit show. So, Michael said, I'm like 0 to 11 in the darkest pits of depression are my only friends. Truth, brother. Hey, how do you think I got here? It's like, tell myself, hey, if you're gonna do fuck all, you might as well do fuck all with other people. Hey. David said, what if they do one drop for stores with inventory and then stock the other stores and do another drop? Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good point, David, because it sounded like from that email that we read earlier that there is at least some level of an adaptable policy there that is saying, you know, if you are ready to move those units, which I would imagine if you're working there, you're trying to dump those as soon as possible, both so that you can buy them and sell them to your friends or whatever, and also so you can stop dealing with the assholes that we are, because, you know, I was polite and I still, like, you know, how many fucking people walked in that Target being like, excuse me, sir? My app says you have things. Like, okay. Like, I'm just here working part-time, dude. Fuck off. So, we'll see. I hope, I would say, it really depends on where you're at. I think a lot of the streamers that do this shit are a little bit irresponsible and tell people to just, like, throw away their next day on whims of when things might go live. I don't know if I would stay up past midnight Pacific Standard Time. And if you're not even in a position where you can stay up that late without having consequences, like, don't. I think the Target drop's going to be really hard. PlayStation Direct has been the most consistent, the most reasonable for people to get. I think that's the move. Michael said, I mean, I'm not that salty because there are only 2 interesting games on release, and one of them is a 5-hour DLC, Miles Morales, yeah, and one of them is the remake of an 11-year-old game, Demon's Souls. True. I mean, I completely agree with that, except for the equation completely changes in about a week. Because when Cyberpunk comes out, you know everyone is going to be just losing their minds. Salty. You're not salty. He could be salty and sloppy. Ooh, interesting. Sloppy and salty. I guess that makes sense. A little bit of like salt in your sweat and stuff. That could happen. Not great imagery though. I'll give you that. Yeah. I got to DM the 21 people you promised this. Nice. I just want this the solid state drive for AC. The game is loading screen hell for Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I heard that, and that the game is loading screen hell with the base PS4. Yeah, that's why I'm definitely not getting it. We'll see. Gonna be a busy night for Michael. Yeah, 21 sloppies, dude. Sloppy gang. I'm here for any encouragement you need, any tips or pointers. I got you. I'm just, really appreciative to these awesome viewers that I have, like Michael, who are just willing, out of the deep generosity and kindness of their hearts, to give sloppies to anyone and everyone. So, thank you, Michael. Sloppy gang! People are going to be like, what the fuck do you guys do on this stream? You're like, I'm not really sure. To be honest, I was talking to myself for 3 hours alone a couple days ago, so it's all new to me. It's really fun, but it's like 5% load screens. That's brutal. Yo, I hope that's... I always wonder about that shit. I'm like... Because I was playing... It's like a stupid little shitty game. It's not shitty. It's a fun game. It's called Slime Rancher. I played it on my PlayStation 4. And my PlayStation was like... fucking crawling on it. I mean, I have never played a game that has lagged so much. And it's like kind of a dinky, like, looking kids game on the exterior, to be honest. And then I played Ghost of Tsushima, which was like beautiful, and I had no lag, very little loading screens and stuff. So I'm just like, I don't understand coding wise how that works behind the scenes, because it's clearly not related to like the graphics or the gameplay. It must have to do something with... Oh, this is a little too EDM-y for me. Sorry, guys. Yeah, GameStop, just lost cause at this point. Haven't heard anything about them. Yeah, Danielle, so we'll see. GameStop went live, a couple days ago, really quick. And they're just, just bundles too, which if you want to bundle, no big deal. But I wouldn't, I think GameStop's, I'm not going to say like the ship is sailed, but I don't think most of us are watching them. Hopefully Fallout series will still get games on PS5. Yeah, I hope so. I would think so. I mean, they're telling us this thing is basically a fucking computer, so I'm like, let's see what this can do. They had 2 PS5s on Black Friday, and people were camping for 3 days to pop. Yeah, no, I had a version of that, not anywhere near that bad, but we have this chain of like grocery stores in the Pacific Northwest called Fred Meyer. They're part of the Kroger brand, so you probably know them by a bunch of random names. And there was like, it's kind of a little inside thing that they were going to drop. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll go there early in the morning. And I just checked Twitter real quick. And I was like, I was just looking at all these posts of people lined up the night before. We barely had the information for like 2 hours. And it's like, already you have lines of 6-7 people. I thought I was being bold by getting there an hour early at 5 a.m. And it's like, nah, the ship's already sailed. So I feel you there. Okay, let's see. Colin said probably didn't cache their assets very well. Cache? I still don't know the right answer. Maybe it's both, but I agree with that. I assume that has something to do with the way the game is able to reload easily, but that's not exactly my forte. So, but hopefully Fallout series. Yeah, we said that. Definitely, I would love to see Fallout. Oh, I'm going in reverse. Sorry, guys. What do you think Amazon's up to? I got a pulse at Fred Meyer like 11:16 that they had just sold their last console. Oof, bummer. I feel your pain. Amazon, I think, is a good. That's like such a huge question mark. I was doing the math in the shower yesterday on like how many how many Amazon warehouses there probably are, how many are going to be in per warehouse. Like, I think there are a lot of PlayStations pulled out to Amazon, but that's just me. Kelsey said, this will be my first PlayStation since the PS2. Yo, that's what's up. I usually game on PC, but friends said I should really wait to purchase until PS5 Pro comes, but surely they won't be here just months from now, right? Yo, so I'm going to look into that. I don't think it's real at all. I've seen a few things here and there, but you just have to think of it from a business perspective. Like, Sony doesn't even know how to produce these in a way that people can use them. So how the fuck are they already at a point where they're like thinking about the next iteration of the console? It just, I mean, go back in time, think of literally any console that has ever had a second edition. Has it ever dropped even within a year of the first edition coming out? I don't think so. So I think it's all cap, but who knows? Maybe it'll be a surprise. Michael said, I just want the new God of War. Yo, truth. God, that game is so fucking good. So good. And then Jamie, honestly, not following GameStop at all. The moment I bought a new game and it didn't have plastic wrap, it's a big no for me. But I'm picked. No, I feel that. It's like, new games are not fucking cheap. I had that like moment of revelation earlier today where I was like, man, am I just an idiot for buying new games from retailers? Like, should I just be buying secondhand games constantly? Because I literally have so many games that I just have never touched again. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good point. Microsoft company bought the studio that does Fallout, so hopefully they won't keep it for Xbox. Ooh, that's a good point. I didn't know that. That doesn't bode well. Doesn't bode well. Pro will be 2023 at absolute earliest. Yeah, I agree, Dustin. I just don't. To me, it's like the same thing as like when everyone was reporting that PS5 was already out of consoles. That happened in like the first week they were selling. And it was all back to a single Russian website that wasn't reported by literally anyone else besides them. It's like, who knows if the article was even remotely real, let alone accurate. Like, so I think that's just people. Like, I'm at one of these days, I'm just going to make a bunch of Photoshop versions of fake PlayStations just to fuck with people. Tell them, like, it's this easy, guys. Anyone can just make bullshit. Like, it's not hard. Michael said, I just got Persona 5 Steelbook for $20 at GameStop. Yo, sometimes buying retail is solid. But, like, right, GameStop is also the place to buy used retail. This fucking song. Sorry, guys. I'm not the most EDM person. David said, might have to get an Xbox just for Fallout if it comes to that. Never owned an Xbox. Oh, man, I hope it doesn't come to that. I don't know. We'll see. Because it's hard when we have this like whole console war about why people are choosing PlayStation over Xbox. One of the main things we all say is exclusives. If someone's choosing that over Xbox, so it's not like the people at Xbox marketing don't know that. I don't. We'll see what happens, but I don't see Microsoft just casually handing out their secret sauce. I hope it's not that case. I would much prefer games to be on more platforms and stuff, but at the end of the day, there are many people, me being one of them, where the games that are there is sometimes the deciding factor on whether or not I buy a console. So, and if we look at your statement, which is a great point, it's like, you literally just said you would be willing to buy an Xbox for it. I think Microsoft knows that, and I think Microsoft really, really likes that. We'll see. It'd be great if people weren't like totally cutthroat capitalists about shit, but at the same time, It's America, and you can do that. That's allowed. Like, it's not like you're an asshole for doing it. It's just, makes it harder for normal people. Microsoft would be dumb not to make the Bethesda games exclusive. Yeah, PlayStation has always been on top of them, and this is their chance to move to be more. Yeah, there he is. Who's the there he is? I'm not sure, Joe. But it's because Joe's back. Yo, what up? Joe was here yesterday. I literally thought you were in here the whole time. Sorry. Yo, what up, man? But yeah, Jamie, I agree with you. I think it's just, it would be a lost cause for them to just like let that float away. I think most times you see like big brands like Sony or Microsoft buying smaller game studios, it's for the purpose of keeping basically keeping things exclusive. Like, they're not, I don't know, it's just like it's a business thing at the end of the day. I don't know why you'd do it any other way. Sorry, I'm just checking here, making sure nothing's happening. No. Man, people post these memes sometimes that just scare the shit out of me. I'm like, did it drop? Did it happen? My phone didn't blow up. Alright, let's see, what up? Anyways, what up, Joe? You guys need to sub to this man. He's a good... Oh, me! Hey, thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, I haven't done my spiel yet, guys. You can sub if you want. I don't really give a shit. I'm just hanging out here, doing my thing. Apparently, though, if you sub, more people find us, so I guess that's cool, but I'm just trying to hang out, so it's not really... I'm not overly about, Hey, look! My alert worked! Joe was the only person here yesterday, but look, yo! Oh, shit! It's working! Oh, I know it's, like, kind of lame to be that excited about it, but shit, that's fucking cool! Oh, man, thanks, guys. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't care about that happening, because obviously that makes me pretty happy. But, like, if you're just lurking on here, no big deal. Don't feel pressure. I'm just trying to be... Just being a voice and just hanging out here, so whatever works for you, you do what's right for you. The Xbox 360 was a certified slapper. 100%. I only owned one Xbox and it was a 360. And I don't regret it. I had a lot of... What the fuck? Holy shit. Okay. Thanks, Jamie, and someone else. Someone subscribed right before. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Maybe I can see it on my phone. That's really nice, guys. Fortunately, I have less than 10 subscribers, so I can basically thank them all personally. But thanks, Arise. That might have been you. I'm not sure. I really appreciate that. That's cool. It's crazy. Wow. But yeah, it all kind of boils down to, do we think anything's gonna happen tonight, right? And I don't know. We'll see. Probably not, but maybe. Oh, Dustin, did you subscribe? Was it you? I'm so sorry if that was you. Kelsey, anyone who subscribed. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how the fuck this shit works. I'm really bad at it. But thank you. I'll thank you each by name. If you commented, I'm just gonna thank you regardless. Thank you, Kelsey. I appreciate it. Thank you, Dustin. I appreciate it. Thank you, Arise from Slumber. I appreciate it. Thank you, Michael Bonilla. I appreciate it. Thank you, Joe Lang. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jimmy Torres. I appreciate it. Thank David T. I appreciate it. I think for now, that is most people. Thanks, Colin, Stink Bug, some other people. If I didn't say your name, just tell me. Oh, thank you for that sloppy sub earlier. Wow, this is gonna be great, guys, because the early people who decided to subscribe have defined what our I guess our tag is, which is sloppy gang. It's like, is that foreshadowing? Hopefully not. Oh, thanks, Stinkbug. I appreciate it. What's the weather like in Seattle? Honestly, the weather is pretty fire for as far as I'm considered. Some people don't like it, but it's starting to turn to fall. I'm originally from Southern California, which is basically, what one of my versions of hell looks like, besides trying to get a PS5. But there's no seasons in California. There's like seasons up here. It's fucking awesome. I watch all the trees change colors. It's great. Ooh, down in Houston, David. Ooh, I mean, honestly, 80 in December. That's not bad. Dustin said, how much do you think it would cost to ship from Washington to Michigan? Targets here are full, but my buddies in Michigan not looking good. I mean, shipping-wise, I would say they might even do free shipping because it's so expensive. I don't know for sure. But in general, they're not doing shipping for the units that people know of, so it unfortunately won't matter for the ones that we're all getting hyped about. Everything that I have heard, if you pick it up and ship it to them. Oh, yo. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if I've sent like a big package in a while. It's probably a little pricey, but I'd imagine relative to the premium people are paying, you could do it for, I would think, under $35. Still a little pricey, it's like half a game, but if you're desperate, like, that's what's up. Oh, Olympia, what up, homie? Another Washingtonian in here. Austin, shout out. Oh, I fuck with Austin. Austin is just a sunny Seattle. Michael said, I was thinking about moving to Seattle. Love the rain. Does it really rain that much in Seattle? It actually, ironically, maybe not ironically, it rains a lot more where Dustin is. Olympia is a much wetter city than Seattle. We do get a lot of wetness, but we don't get a lot of rain. The stat I like to pull out is we get the same average rainfall per year as Oakland. So the difference is there's a fine mist a lot more days here than there are in Oakland. So it kind of just depends on how you like weather, whether you're more aesthetic or if you want a little more action. This is a little more aesthetic. The weather in general is pretty mild. When it snows here, everyone goes crazy, in a good way, because we're just so excited by it. It's pathetic but cute. Speaking of wet, I have to DM a lot of people about a lot of suck that you do. Sloppy Gang. I believe you're technically the Mega Sloppy King, if I'm not mistaken, Michael. Suck indeed. Thank you. With the double C. What's the link to my store? That's a good question. I haven't used my store recently, but I'm sure I can figure that out for you. But if anyone has it, feel free to throw that shit in the chat. Otherwise, I'm gonna see what I can do on my phone here. Wait, what the fuck? Did that really just happen, or did it autocorrect? So I tried to go to like my store and it auto-corrected. Yo, that's fucked. Wait a second. Is my store, it's by the My Pillow guy? Or is he just like stealing that name to confuse people? Yeah, because I just did that same thing where I was like, this is the My Pillow guy. Fuck this dude. He's crazy. No offense, guys. Like, I don't know if you know anything about the My Pillow guy, but that dude is nuts. Oh, they call King David Blowy? Dude, that's beautiful. I wish I could flare you as David Blowy. That's beautiful. King of the Mouth. Damn, bro, you should be running a stream. You're funny. Later, Dustin. Thanks for stopping by, man. We appreciate it. Rise from Slumber. Cocaine King. The My Pillow guy. Yeah, he's fucking nuts. He's under, like, a massive, I think, class action lawsuit for a bunch of false advertising with the My Pillow thing. I'm gonna guess... Well... Is it... I don't know what to think about some of these, because there's a bunch of stuff that says My Store. I don't know which... Wow. So we got... This is probably what you were talking about earlier. There's 3 apps on here that are all called some version of My Store. I'll look into that. Because last time I feel like I used it. Oh, I think it's this. This looks. I'm gonna guess it's My Store 4-spot. Yeah. Maybe. There's also my. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm not gonna get too caught in that. But yeah, I'm gonna guess it's that one, that My Store 4-spot, because Homeboy's got a barcode, or homegirl or home person, I live in Seattle. That on their description of it, which tells me that it's obviously a product focused app. So that's the one that I downloaded that I think will probably work decently well. So yeah, this seems legit. Is it actually? I mean, it seems legit. Is it what I want? Oh, I think I know what this is. Okay. Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Okay, so that's why everyone was trying to snag those barcodes earlier, huh? That makes sense. Because a bunch of people were going out of their way to like post the actual barcodes. I don't want this anymore. Let's see. Fuck yeah, I can change it from my computer. Live the dream, people. Do you have notifications set up for the Target or Walmart's app? I don't see an option for that. Arise, I think most people, at least myself, I'm not doing it through Target. I'm hoping that a third-party app is going to catch it fast enough. So I don't think they will do notifications for that stuff. I think the more consistent things they have, they will. And probably when there aren't a bunch of fucks like us keeping an eye on its minute-to-minute changes, that option will be real. But methinks until all of us have consoles, you're probably not going to see that from most of these retailers. Because a bunch of retailers in the beginning started off being like trying to be super transparent about how everything was going to go, and it just went downhill real fast. So I don't know. I hopefully this is a lesson to most of these people, these corporations, that they need to implement some sort of software to deal with this. It's annoying, but I think PlayStation Direct has probably had the most throughput for actual people, and I think that's because they have the best security. But again, my opinion. So, if anyone has anything they want to talk about, feel free. In the meantime, I'll just do a quick little review in case anyone's new. We're keeping an eye on Target and PlayStation Direct this week. There's a rumor, though not confirmed, that Target may go live today, tonight, tomorrow. My opinion is that it probably will not go live today, but if it was going to, I think it would go live at midnight, because that's when it went live last time. Again, speculation, so like, fucking throw me a bone there. And then fave song and band go. Yo, that's what's up, Michael. This is the kind of shit that we are here for. I like a lot of music. It kind of depends. But I think like right now I'm listening to a lot of St. John, because he just put out a new album that I really like, and I've been following him for a while. So he's like, I'm kind of a week to week on what I'm listening to and what I like. So right now it's St. John. What about you? Or anyone else who would like to play in. Miles said, my area is only showing 27 PlayStations between 11 targets. Ooh, even without bots, those are some slim odds. How accurate is PopFinder? Unfortunately, I think for PopFinder in particular, if it's ever inaccurate, it's going to show you more than are there, not less. So I'm going to guess that's the caveat to that is, as we were talking about earlier in the stream, it seems like some targets are still getting their inventories, or at least are updating their inventories. So there's a chance you're going to see more come in. I personally think there's definitely going to be more stock going into more targets around. Oh my god. Sorry, I just saw a tweet of someone who's saying they copped a PS5 from a Walmart in LA. Like, what? How? Oh, there's my fucking theories right out the window, huh? It helps they know who already has a PS4. Yeah, for sure. David said, how often does PS Direct go live? Good question. In general, we are seeing, I think if you were to say on average, it's probably once a week. But it seems like things have been changing, so who knows what December is going to look like. And then Danielle said, are there any early indicators of when PS Direct goes live? Yeah, so Danielle, if you want a little more of a deep dive into it, I made a little video earlier on it, but the most basic, which they may have figured out by now, so but the most basic thing is when you go to that landing page, if it orients towards the top instead of the bottom, that usually means stock is going to go live soon. They might have caught on to us, but Michael said, I've been listening to a lot of Kendrick recently, been throwing it back. Yeah, Good Kid, Mad City is like my go-to Kendrick. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know all new Kendrick's like hella good too, but I'll die on Good Kid, Mad City. Ooh, some of the fray. Yeah, I definitely look like the kind of person who listened to the fray in high school. But that's fine. You're a little embarrassed to admit that second one. Yo, it's guilty pleasure for a reason. That's the point, yo. And also, like, I'm not gonna. There's good music in every genre, and music doesn't have to be good to be enjoyable. So, you know, it is what it is. Didn't they say that banner stuff yesterday? Nothing happened. I never checked, so I'm not sure. About PS Direct going live. Yeah. So, to that point, Danielle, it first changed on Monday, and it did go live. The difference, which I haven't been following quite close enough to tell you if this is the first time it's happened, the difference is this time the page did not reorient to the bottom. So could be one of two things. Could be that there's more inventory coming this week. That's what we're hoping and thinking. Could also be that they just finally caught on and they just don't want to give us cues anymore, and it's going to be that way indefinitely. As of right now, we're not sure, but the nice thing with PS Direct is they almost always go live in the same time windows. This is my speculation, I've said it before, but I think they just go live after lunch. Around Pacific Standard Time. They never go live after 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I think the latest they've gone live, PST, is like maybe 3 p.m. or 3:30, but I don't even know if they made it to 3. So the usual time window, Pacific Standard Time, if you have the luxury of paying attention for hours at a time, I'd say like 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'm 99% sure it'll drop within those hours. Whether, I think most of the time it does drop sometime between that like 12 to 2:30 mark, which is why I am, postulating that it has something to do with lunch and taking on the gauntlet that I'm sure is all hands on deck when shit goes live there. So Pacific Standard Time, so hopefully I said that. Bet you're a real one for the info. Yes, Danielle, I cannot help. I like the facts. I think there's too many people spreading misinformation around here. So last PS Direct was like 5:50 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, thank you. So there's a great example, right? So we're talking 2:50 our time. Like, I don't think they're ever really gonna try and deal with that shit after 3 p.m. because it gets hyphy. Who knows? Might change over time. Nobody knows. Do they have more units, less units? So, but thank you, Daniel. I really appreciate the drop there, because that's what I feel like I was loosely grasping for in the back of my head. Michael said, I was no-lifing for 2 days before the PS5 Direct and finally decided to go grocery shopping. In the 20 minutes you left, it dropped. Oh, bruh, I feel you. Noon to 5 Central, cool. Yeah, for Central Time, yes, correct. I think that's a pretty safe window to start paying attention. What's the weird stuff with Target? Yeah, the weird stuff with Target, Connor, welcome to the stream. Most basically is just that a lot of units are showing up on third-party apps as inventory, which is good because those are real numbers and those are real units. And I can't say that for every store, but I can say for at least one of the stores in my area that I went to, I saw the units and they were like, yeah, sorry, we're not selling these in store. They're only in store pickup. You can only buy them online. And I was like, so in theory, if these were on the Target app right now, like I could just buy it and then you could sell it to me. And he's like, yeah, but they're not on the app or the store yet, and we don't know when they're going to go live. You know, I think that's basically what we're hearing from the majority of people as far as what's going on with Target. I'm sure here and there are some outliers, but pretty sure My Store is not third party. Yeah, so it's possible, Dustin, that the My Store we're all getting hyped about is like potentially someone just being smart and trying to capitalize on that name, making a similar app. You saw that your store had 10, but not available on the website. Yeah, that's what we're all seeing. I ran into a store where there were 20 and looked at them behind the glass, and it was very sad. So it was a whole thing. So they're real. That's why we're all keeping an eye on Target, is because we're very, very confident that they're going to drop at the latest by the 6th, because there's a leaked email that seems to be credible that suggests essentially if there are units left, they would be put onto the shelves on the 6th. So I don't see a version of this where if they still exist, they're not available on the 6th. What I think is more likely, which I think we're kind of all speculating on, is that some stores, half the stores, all the stores, I don't know, are going to go live at some random time. And it's going to be some mad dash to try and get them. And, you know, from there, you know, who knows. But I think that's what's going to happen with Target. So the speculation is that it might go live tonight. Speculation was that it might go live 3 hours ago. Speculation was that it would go live this morning. It's kind of all the same stuff. Joe, do we know for sure that they're putting them on the shelves? I thought they were going to be online only. So, yeah, Joe, to that point, I guess what I'm trying to say is the shelf thing is for if, I guess, units don't sell online. I think that's kind of what it is, because they're obviously not going to put the for sale units that people are going to buy online on the shelves, you know? So I think it's if for some magic reason the PlayStations don't sell, which, like, come on. I think that's when they would be put onto shelves. That was my understanding. I'll reread it and maybe we can talk more tomorrow if nothing happens. But the short answer about the shelf thing is that's more of I think like a backup. I don't think we're gonna make it to that point. I think you're gonna see a lot of units drop before then. Yeah, Joe said, yeah, you're welcome, Connor. Thanks for stopping by. I'm not sure if you're still here, but most welcome. Joe said, I would imagine they're going to sell once they're online, unless someone's order gets declined or something. Yeah. So I think there might be some interesting stuff where, like, we don't know what's going to go on with the bots, right? So if multiple people, if someone gets caught, we have that email that seems legitimate that says, like, fulfill the orders, do the orders, I guess, but then you're supposed to report them to corporate, and then I presume some action is supposed to take place from there. So maybe, you know, those people, I don't know, like if you're a scalper, guaranteed at one of these Targets, some bot is going to try and scoop some shit up, and they're not going to have seen that email, and they're going to get flagged. So what happens to those units? I'm going to assume Target's not just going to hand them over, but we'll see. I think, yeah, if you're going to get one from Target, it's going to be because you're either in the right place at the right time, or because the alerts that you're using happen to be very effective and get you right there. So we'll see. Michael said, I'm not even confident I can cop on PlayStation Direct where bots aren't a huge deal. Yeah, I can't even imagine trying to cop a random Target drop with 30 PS5s to go around. I know, I wish we had a concrete number of how many PlayStations they sell during the PS Direct drops. But I kind of talked about this yesterday a little bit, that we just, like, the magnitude difference between those things. So make sure that got a Warzone, so I don't think the COVID, they will allow stores to sell in store until after Christmas. Yeah, I think that's definitely part of it. Oh, it's just an action figure. If you follow Wario64 on Twitter, he's the ultimate all-time Target specifically. Yeah, I think that's part of what's going on with all of that noise is they're trying to avoid what's going on with Walmart. Because, I mean, I would assume those Walmarts that are selling and breaking with protocol are going to get in trouble in some way, shape, or form. So, yeah, I totally agree with you. I think Target's trying to be real tight on that stuff. Although, I'll say when I went into my Target yesterday, was that yesterday? Yeah, trying to, cop the PS5s that I saw, but were not for sale. There were a lot of people in there. I was, like, kind of surprised and a little off-put. But yeah, there's a lot of people doing like normal shopping there, which, it's a Target. We're in a pandemic, so maybe that's the kind of place that would be busy. But yeah, I think they're gonna take whatever protocols they can. Not to mention, like, it's just fucking bad PR to have people lined up outside of your building if you don't have to. Like, I don't know if any of you guys saw the story of like there were a bunch of kids, like 2 kids or something, that like waited outside of a GameStop for 20 something hours, and then the employees bought it. It's just, companies take huge risk when they allow or facilitate that kind of culture and behavior. And I am sure Target, being a little more put together than someone like Walmart, is like not playing around with that, or at least doing their best to prevent it from getting out of control. So, we'll see. I'd love for it to be live, I'll tweet it if it goes live, but I don't suspect if the Targets go live, right? Like, it's gonna be weird because I don't think they're all gonna go live at once. I think it's gonna be regional, so there's gonna be a ton of misinformation. Everyone's gonna be super confused because you're gonna hear that people are getting consoles and the other coast, and people are gonna start going into their Targets and showing proof other people getting shit in Targets that have nothing to do with where they are or what's going on with them. So, yeah, I mean, Target's a shot in the dark, guys. Best of luck to all of us. Let's hope we can get the bag, but I cannot help but always evaluate this with who would do better getting a console right now, me or a bot? And in the Target circumstance, it's a bot. The picking it up part is hard, but the ordering it, that's not hard. Michael said, I wonder what the psychology behind the PS5 stock is, because honestly, I think now it's more about the fact that I can't have one than me actually wanting one. Yeah, no, yeah, I totally agree with that. Chris, if I see one I can grab if you want to drive to Ollie. I already got mine. I'm on the hunt for my buddy. Man, you know what, Dustin? I really appreciate that, but don't worry about me. I feel like it would be, I don't know. It's part of the hunt with you guys. I think it would be a little disingenuous for me to like spend all my time keeping an eye on it and then just be like, oh yeah, I just got it for my friend. But I really do appreciate it. I know you do that out of like total generosity, and that's like super nice. But no, I think, as one of my friends consistently critiques me on, reasonably so, he likes to do it the hard way when he plays games. It isn't like any spoilers or any strategy or any of that kind of stuff. And the strategy and stuff I'm cool with, but I think it's gonna make it taste all the sweeter when we finally get it, right? I hope so. Hopefully. We'll see, but thank you. You kind of like the hunt, not gonna lie. Yeah, for what it's worth, it's like, I wouldn't be interacting with you guys if I wasn't hunting, right? Like, Michael's 100% right. Same Kelsey. Yeah, I think PlayStation, so again, my opinion, but I think this is pretty commonly understood in how these things go. PlayStation made a certain initial amount of units, and of course, all these retailers from all over the world did some, shuffling to try and figure out how many they would be able to get. It's like, honestly, it's like the same thing going on with the COVID vaccines, for real. Eventually, they decided, you get this, you get that, you get this, you get that. And I am sure every single one of those initial units were spoken for from the get-go. I think the numbers, who knows how true they were 2.2 to 2.5 million were made in the initial estimate. So I think every single one of those was already divvied out. There might be delays in how it's getting to places or what's updating, but you're going to have an easier time getting your COVID vaccine than a PS5. Honest. Oh. Yo, I started out laughing at that, and then it became really true. Oh, God, that's fucking... I mean, that's not a sad thing. I shouldn't be sad about that. That's a good thing for society. Now that I'm fully conceptualizing, I'm okay with that, but that does put it in perspective, doesn't it? Yeah, I just think the psychology of it, I think PlayStation right now is, they're not having a good time because they're focused on production. Right? Only one of those is important. Yeah, I don't need the vaccine if I never leave my house. Fucking checkmate, life. Come at me. Spoiler, it's the one that plays Demon's Souls. I hear the COVID vaccine's quite good with Demon's Souls. Not the remake though, it's a little too updated. Yeah, but I think PS5 as a brand, they're cool with what's going on. Because, you know, it's just like more and more hype for them. People are paying attention. But I think as a producer, they're not having any better time than anyone else. Because all these retailers that are getting hammered by us, and them directly getting hammered by us, are just going to them being like, yo, when can I get more? When's the next stock? When can I do this? So I think PlayStation is just full steam ahead in production mode, and everything that we've been like freaking out over, the scarcity and all that stuff we've been dealing with, like I think it's all the same units that were initially made. That's just my opinion, but I don't know if we've really hit new units in the market that weren't promised from the get-go yet. I'm sure Sony is busting their ass now trying to do it because obviously the whole world wants video games a little bit more than they did at the beginning of 2020. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. I'm not totally sure. Again, if anyone has any way they want to direct stuff, just let a brother know. I can keep talking about random shit ad nauseum. I do recommend for the people for PlayStation Direct, even though it is like a fucking crapshoot, I like put out a little video earlier, which isn't me trying to hype the video, it's just like an easier way to explain it, on how, basically on how to maximize your chances of getting multiple places in line. So, Michael said, I went looking for an Apple Pencil and got like 8 PS5 ads. All of them want Cash App and shipping. Yeah, fucking, I will say, guys, like, whatever, if you end up buying off a scalper, it is what it is. I'm anti-scalper, but I'm not going to say, like, you're a bad person or they're bad people or blah, 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 blah. I will say, if you do it, just be really, really careful. A ton of people have gotten scammed. Fucking, if anyone wants to put a down payment, like, it's dicey. So just, you know, I don't know. Keep an eye on it. I wouldn't bet. All of them want Cash App and shipping. Yeah, fucking of course they want Cash App and shipping. Because they want your money and they want to send you an empty box. You think PlayStation socials have a set drop date, then read the rumors and then decide to change it up to psych us out? And then said David Facts. Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on the type of scalper you are, but I know that's like a sensitive thing in the community. I don't like them for obvious reasons. I think it is a counterproductive behavior, but, you know, I don't know. I don't want to go out of my way to be like, you're a bad person. I mean, there are plenty of people I will say you're a bad person. Like, you know, plenty. I don't know if we're ready to tiptoe into that territory yet. Do I have an Instagram? I made one for this when I set this shit up, but like, not really. It's there. Feel free to follow me. I haven't posted on it yet. Oh, sorry, I missed some comments here. I think they're yeah. Oh yeah, the 2 or 3. Dude, my chem, fucking MCR, man. Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge. I will go down. Obviously, come on, look at me. We all know that that's what happened in high school for me. So yeah, I'm right there with you, Michael. That shit is it holds up too. I listened to it like a year or so ago, and I was like, this is not as guilty as I expected to feel. He's got a TikTok if you want to follow that. Wait, I have a TikTok? That's news to me. Is that where I'm giving all the sloppies? Oh, I love J. Paul. Yeah, no, he's great. One of the only bands I took with me from my camp was worth taking from high school. Like, it got a little maybe corny towards the end, but there was a time in my life where My Chemical Romance truly spoke to my heart. What that says about me, who's to say? But there was a time where that really resonated. What did Michael say? The entire Black Parade album still comes. So like, right, the production on it is great. I was a little angstier and a little punkier, so I just preferred Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge. But that's not to say I didn't learn almost every word on that album and sing it on a Tumblr. It was a very strange time. Good shit. I will listen to. I recognize. I don't even know how you say that. Bitstu. I recognize Bitstu and Jasmine. Are those his songs? Is that why I'm recognizing them? I'm not. Full disclosure, like, I don't know song names. It's just not a thing I know. Sorry, but I know a fair amount of music. I ride or die on Law Dispute. Although, like, really, what happened in the last 5 years? I don't know. They put out that fucking Tiny Dots album. Who the fuck knew what any of that was about? But yeah, I've been kind of disappointed with Law Dispute recently, which is saying something because at one point I would have touted them as my favorite band. So it's a bummer. All right, here we are, just chilling, just waiting. Okay, nothing else is happening on Twitter, by the way, guys. So we're okay. I don't think we're gonna see a lot. Okay, that's why I recognize that, Rice. Thanks. I was like, why does it sound so familiar? Another shooting on I was like, wait, is that news? And then in my head I was like, why does that sound so familiar? Yeah. I mean, I think Law Dispute holds up. They obviously changed their sound. I respect it. But yeah, it's not for me anymore. It's not what I came for. There's a lot of bands like that. I will say, if you guys do like Law Dispute, if that's like a thing for you, I know this isn't PS5 chat, but hey, if you got a PS5 question, throw it in. I'll answer it. But Touche Amore, if you guys listen to them, they just put out a new album that's really good. They've been putting out, pretty consistently good stuff. It took me a little longer to get into Touche Amore. I don't think they're as much fun as Law Dispute, but they're making better music on the whole. Yeah, it's not like, so I'm not gonna talk like it's trash, like I didn't listen to it, but I think we've all had that experience where like a band or an album or a sound really resonates with like a certain feeling for you or what you want out of that band. Yeah, Panorama is basically what what I'm talking about. And I don't know, it's just like I never went to Law Dispute for like existential, confusing, ambient, acoustic synth stuff. I wanted some hard-hitting, fast-paced, punky, hardcore. I liked that feeling, that rhythm, that like go go go. I saw them live a ton of times, had a great time. Not as hard as Law Dispute, but if you guys like that genre-ish, like pub is so fun. Definitely a little more on the fun side than the punk side, but I call it punk for people that don't like punk. So if you guys don't listen to pub, listen to pub. Every morning I have to wake up and defend Ed Sheeran because his old stuff really stuck with me, but his new stuff is complete donkey balls. Yo, I'll say, like, I never really got into Ed Sheeran or anything like that, but Ed Sheeran is, like, I mean, he's a talented guy. I think it's weird that he made a bunch of cameos in a bunch of random places, but, oh, everyone, blah, blah, blah. It's a full-time job to I thought you were going to bed, so I took it all seriously. This is kind of interesting that, because I will say, as I'm sure these people talking Touche more know, like, both Touche and La Dispute are kind of a little fringier in the world of music. Not, like, super, super fringy, but fringier. So it's kind of impressive that of the 14 people here, like, we've got 3 or 4 that are able to talk about it in such a way that they have opinions about, like, years of their stuff. That's pretty cool. So I don't know what the fuck I did to find you guys, but glad I found you. All right, I'm gonna take just a quick intermission to get myself another beer. So I'll be back. If you're around, stay around. If you're not, whatever. Respect. Thanks for listening to me and shit. We're just hanging out. So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get a beer, take a pee, do all that fun stuff. I wish I had an animal to show you. Here, I'll put a plant. Hold on. Stand by. All right. This is Stella. Please keep an eye on her. I forgot I put the plant there. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, big lady. Okie dokie. Wish you guys could see my janky ass setup. Actually, wish you could see it. Wonder what that would be like, right? That's how the mic is propped. You like how that's connected to the chair? Fucking real profesh, huh? Okay, let's get back to the real shit. Okay. Oh wow, you guys popped off about this shit. Holy crap! You guys liked Stella. Oh, I'm so glad. She's older. Also an easy plant to keep alive. What mic is that? I don't know. Dude, I won't lie. I just kind of went on Amazon and was like, decent mic. I can find the link if you really want. It's just like one of those, like half the Amazon dealers, it's guaranteed the same mic sold by like 12 different people, and they just take turns discounting it by $2. Don't read the comments above. Okay. I won't read them out loud, but it's funny. Did she badmouth you? Michael, did you not give her a sloppy? You promised, man. We said we weren't going to be like that. Oh, I wasn't supposed to read, sorry. Arise, to answer your question, because it is technically a PlayStation stream, so I'll give that priority. PlayStation Direct, the banner changes essentially when we think units are going to go on sale. And thus far, it has proved true every time. I have a sneaking suspicion, I don't actually know, that they may have caught on to it. Because in the very beginning, we all publicized that you could hit escape during the queue and skip it, and we fucked them over big time. And so they changed that, and they've adapted once. I don't see why they couldn't adapt a second time. But the short answer is we do expect them, assuming they haven't figured it out and aren't intentionally giving us false signals. Or maybe a better way to put it is they're not giving us any signals. We're just so fucking desperate. We are micro-analyzing where a web page lands. But, hey, it was right once, or a lot more than once, actually. That's why we think it's probably going to happen again this week. She's kind of rude, yeah, I know. She's pretty rude. So we'll see what happens with that. I think, personally, PlayStation still has a decent amount of units. You have to know that they expected, probably for at least the first week or two, that they were going to basically sell out, right? Yeah, I know, right? Oh, right. It's a fucking PS5 stream. But the PlayStation is being intentional, Sony, in making sure that they're not just going to, screw everyone over by selling everything in the first week or two to the people that are crazy about it, and then leaving all the soccer moms out in the cold when, mid-December comes around and your kid starts whining for it. So I think they're definitely banking on that. Whether that means, it's actually ever going to go to those people, I don't think so. But they definitely are being intentional about holding stock and releasing it in waves so that we keep coming back, It's not like we're going to stop going to the website, so... See the guys on eBay selling PS5 boxes for $300? That's fucked! Because why people are buying a $300 box so they can mark that box up to $600. Yeah, that's some clown-ass shit. That's just, that makes me sad. I don't know. I mean, I know it's annoying out there, but how close have you guys gotten? 2 minutes left on Monday from PS Direct. Oof. That's brutal. That's closer than I've ever gotten. As far as PS Direct goes, I think the closest I got was 15 minutes. But I did learn a little something to test my initial theories. When I did it last time, I had a private browser, Chrome, public Chrome, and my phone. And they were definitely all on different times. So, came back 5 minutes after the direct drop. Oh, I feel for you. How close to the end of the timer arrives? So basically, did you ever manage to get into the PlayStation Direct store and add something to your cart and, God forbid, check out? I've still yet to get to a point where I've even accessed the store. But that's also what inspired me to learn so much about Qt Technologies. Keeping your website safe. Yeah, no problem. PS Direct will tell you how long till your turn. Yeah, so that's kind of what I talked about. I had a little, again, I have a video, it's on the channel. If you want to look at it, you can. It's just a way to explain things. I don't even know how to get money on this shit. I was just sitting here alone, and I figured that's dumb. So I'm not too stressed about it. The point of that being, I'm literally studying for my A+ in Security Plus certifications. I can't tell if that is so technical I don't understand it, or actually just talking shit and I'm taking it too seriously, which is unfortunate because that's both sides of a very wide spectrum. if that is real, will you tell me more what that means, Michael? Because if you actually know more about this shit, I would love for somebody who understands better to, oh, med school, nice. Need this to cope. Seeing too much sadness in your clinicals. Oof, yeah, I'm sure that shit is fucking real right now. Oh, yeah, I will make this a very brief aside, but I was talking to my friend recently who was in grad school for social work to be, basically a licensed social worker. And all of her cases, they just told them, basically, okay, yeah, sorry, we can't do them anymore. It's not safe. And they never had a way to say bye to them. They never had any version of closure. And she was just talking about what a wrench it threw. And so I can only imagine it's that on steroids, because, God, this is obviously not the best time for health and humanity. Well, whatever I can provide for you guys, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm not surprised it's jading. Full disclosure, I live in Seattle. I love NPR. When it comes to my social politics, come on, look at me. We know what's up. But I just heard so many people on NPR just basically crying and being please don't go home for Thanksgiving. And I stopped and I didn't go home for Thanksgiving because I was just so sad. So I feel for you. Thanks for being a ray of sunshine and otherwise dim days. Hey, I'm glad I can be that, because trust me, I'm not a super sunny person all the time. But hey, nice to be able to put out something more positive in the world, right? Michael said A+ and Net+ are basic computer certifications. Nice. Basically, so you can do IT stuff. Oh, that's awesome, man. Good for you. Makes me want to die, but it pays well, I guess. Yeah, I mean, and more importantly, that's the kind of job that's has a lot of track life in it. It's not like you're, I don't know, learning how to get into gas and coal, which if you're in that, do you? I'm not going to judge you, but I think if we just look at society, IT is definitely going to be still very relevant to life in 20 years, so good on you. I'm kind of I'm at my weird midpoint in my life too, trying to figure out where I'm going to throw my activity next. But then again, the whole world is basically kind of come crashing down, so it's understandable that most of us don't have a super clear plan. What's up, Gus? How many plants do I have? Well, without doing too much TMI, I had a lot, and I had a breakup with my ex-girlfriend, and I lost many of the plants that I loved and cared for quite some time. So now I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22. So now I have 22, but I had a lot more that were much bigger that are technically no longer. Just got back from watching TV. It was a cool field. Used to be where you were, Michael, no degree, and now a cloud computing engineer. Yo, that's what's up. Hey, that's so fucking amazing that me being here was able to create that interaction between you two. I cannot wow, that's oh, that's heavy, guys, in just a nice way. It's just nuts to see your own good intentions create their own good intentions. It's kind of gimmicky, but anyways. Bro, imagine if you break up with your girl and she goes for the fight kiss. Yo, she took the fucking Monstera, so I know exactly what it's like. What a world. Yeah, I feel that shit. Took 1,000+ hours of independent study. Just gotta work hard. Woof. That's intense. I did a 500-hour yoga teacher training, and that was a lot of time. A lot of time. So I can only imagine doing that twice. It's absolutely crazy. What do you do for a living? Plant Father Christopher. So I used to work in the weed world. I'm now helping my parents out mobily in California manage some shit while I hopefully prep for grad school. If life doesn't stop with the world. So that's kind of why I have a decent amount of free time here in the twilight zone of my professional life, I suppose. But doing my best, trying to stay positive, trying to get my shit together, hoping grad school and all that stuff becomes a little more normal. Oh yeah. I mean, weed market's basically big everywhere. I know a little too much about weed, which, for the record, hey, I am neither pro nor anti. You choose what's right for you. I think all things can be used in the right and wrong way. So, that being said, I know a lot of things about it. I do consume it pretty regularly. I'm not gonna pretend I'm not the person I actually am, but I also I'm not an advocate for abuse in any capacity. But anyways, probably. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Weed's. Biden's gonna legalize federal weed. I think it's gonna happen. I think people have been asking for it for a while. It's kind of an easy play. Half the Republicans are on board. I think we're gonna see it. Twitter PS5 guy gave an update. Let's see what he's up. And then, Arise, to answer your question, I'd like to get into product management. So, I'm just interested in marketing, psychology, production, all that stuff. This is sort of my own thought experiment in practicing my branding skills. Okay, let's see. I'm checking his page right now. Wow, there's nothing going on. So this was sent by a couple of followers. Okay, I'll change it for you guys. Let's see what's up. We're getting back to the PlayStation stuff. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Hey team, couple notes for tomorrow's PS5, Xbox, blah 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 purchase event. 942-1899. Blah blah blah. Okay. I don't know if that's bullshit, but that's a really good feint if this is a made up email, because those look like internal corporate boring numbers. To acknowledge tomorrow's trailer by 5:30 a.m., teams should be picking as they drop in and quickly getting them off stage to their hold locations. Remind experts that these consoles are like gold right now and should not be left unattended at any time. That sounds like a thing corporate would say. Work to get these secured as quickly as possible. If teams come across multiple orders by a single guest, do not cancel the... Oh, it's the full version. Oh, baby. If teams come across multiple orders by a single guest, do not cancel the order. Fulfill the orders and have experts alert fulfillment leaders immediately, who should then email FRS. Ooh, yo, we gotta figure out what that means. FRS-RTFP. Oh, god damn it. Come on, motherfucker. I need the exact thing. No? Let's get back to that, because that was just so interesting. Include all the order numbers placed by the guests. These will be units still available in stores, even when online shows out of stock. This is planned. Oh, there will be units now. Whoa, please do not sell to any in-store guests, and the units should remain at that. Damn! This is one of two? There's a second part? Wait, what? That's just a picture of... Is this like a phone call? Why you gotta screenshot it? I mean, I don't know if this is real. This could be incredible cap right now. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay. Let's see. I see now King Biden gonna legalize the devil's cabbage. Yeah, I mean, if he survives long enough. I voted for him. I won't lie, but I'm not sure if he's gonna make it 4 years. $18.99 was the name of the Best Buy store code when I used to work there. Okay. I guess Target employees have all the info except for date and time. You should call that number. Yo, I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. Wait, they really leaked this person's... No, I mean, it's a 1-800 number. Why would they... It's a 1-800 number, so I assume it's something... I thought my clientele would go down when Michigan legalized, but it's been surprisingly constant. Yeah, I mean, yo, I got my own thoughts on that, but the legal market in some ways is good, but if you're someone who's, like, smoking consistently, it's generally just easier to stay with your plug. So that doesn't totally surprise me. But, I mean, Father Christopher will look into it. Should I just fucking refer to myself in the third person? What are you guys doing to me? What? It's a 1-800 number. You know, we'll Google search it, because I guarantee you it's just like... What's... Okay, also, a little too mellow for us. It's a mix of a lot of copyright-free stuff. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of both. Sorry, bear with me, guys. I don't usually have to do both of these things. Okay, we're just gonna do it like that and see if we get anything. The fuck? Did I not type it right? Well, it's definitely a full number. Okay, I guess we can do the whole... Okay. Red card, guest relations. But then again, like, this is just me being eternally skeptical of this kind of stuff. Like, what? Oh, you never could see it. I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I guess it doesn't matter because half the time you're looking at the same screen anyways, but I Google searched the number. We can go back to that. It's definitely Target. So, well, my dumb ass is fucking talking to no one. Let's see. What does this update even mean, though? It means my ego is about to be hurt soon. I'm ready to be hurt again. Hey, it just depends. Some people like to dole it out, and some people like to take it. It's all about just finding what works for you, right? I don't know what to make of that. I mean, it seems like legitimate. It seems legitimate. Seems like the way a corporate entity would talk to its employees. But then again, like, I feel like if I just committed an hour of my time, and probably you guys as well, if you just committed to a bit and you wanted to make something, like, that's exactly what I would be doing. I'd be sitting there trying to pull shit out of my ass and be like, what's some, like, fake breadcrumbs I could leave? Be like, oh, yo, let's find the actual in-store Target store numbers. That'll throw them the fuck off. Like, yeah. Anyway, so I hope it's real, but I could see that being easily crafted. Yo, Michael, you going to sleep? Definitely can't stay up till 2, so cop one. Oh, yo, we'll do our best. I don't think it's gonna happen. I take it that means you're Central Time, right? Although I thought you were in New York. But we'll see, whatever. Hey, thanks anyways, man. It's just... Oh, ready to be heard again. Anyways, thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. I wish I could DJ some more fun, interesting stuff. I think it's technically 3 a.m. Eastern Time is the last time it dropped. So the last time the Target thing happened was 3 a.m. Eastern Time, as far as I know. I don't think it's actually going to happen that way. Oh, we're talking about the fucking, if we're to believe what they're saying here. Yo, okay. I don't know if I'm really interpreting an actual time from this. I'm sure your trailers acknowledge tomorrow's trailer, but, like, I don't know what the fuck that means. If anyone else has insight on that, what that means is it clear that a time came out in any of this information? Because it doesn't seem like it. Okay, well, I guess now we know why he has the number. I was on the phone with Target and I spoke to their leader, and she said we cannot disclose the information as if this was sent by corporate or not. She mentioned no one could be fired over it. Oh, so this... Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Maybe I'm misinterpreting this, but... So this person basically got this information and then called Walmart customer service to basically read it and ask them to confirm whether it was true. Which is like, I mean, big if true, for sure. But I'm not surprised there was no easy answer for that. I don't know why some random person working the customer service line at fucking 7 p.m. is gonna have an answer to something like that. King Sloppy is a creature of the night. King Sloppy has... It's true. Yo, Michael, it's okay. And also... Aren't you, you're more than King Sloppy. I think you're Grand King Sloppy. You're the Grand King Sloppy of the Sloppy Gang. Formally established tonight. There's only so many skin trombones you can have. Dude, please come back. Not forever, but I don't care. I'm setting an alarm for 2:50. Yo. Respect. I'll be up. I stay up at least like West Coast time. I usually stay up to 1 or 2, so it's so... Oh god, the old skin trombone, eh? Oh fuck. I guess King Sloppy isn't a creature of the night. Well, good night to you, Michael. Thank you for all your contributions. I think you've won the King Sloppy Award for the evening, so great to see you. Oh, I just saw the fucking mini feed. Wow, guys, I'm a fucking idiot. Oh shit. Now I can see when people subscribe. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm sorry. Okay, well, lesson learned. Thank you. If there isn't anything in particular you guys want to hear about, then I'll just talk about the random things that I've heard about PlayStation recently that I think are relevant. If not staying out that late, especially for a rumor. Yeah, I don't think it's true. Even if it is true, I don't know. You gotta imagine someone from corporate is paying attention to these things. Like, at least one time, us getting too excited has definitely changed what a company has done. So, yeah, I don't think this shit's worth staying up for. I don't think it's gonna... I mean, I'd love to be wrong, but it seems like there's just a lot of misinformation out there, and the only thing that is consistently being heard is these are going to be online orders only for physical pickup only. So, past that, and I guess, they're all going to be sold by the 6th. What that means as far as when you can do something, like, I don't know. Even with all that dude's stuff, if we even take that as true, it still doesn't really tell us that much. It doesn't give me a concrete time to be paying attention. I think everyone's just going to behave the same way they're always going to, which is the people that are a little too attached to what's going to happen, obviously I'm one of those, are just going to pay attention at every minute, at any time anyways. Like, it's I don't know how much it really changes most people's behavior. I think it's probably a rumor. Even if it is true, your odds of popping one are so low. Yeah, that was the point actually that I was going to make earlier that I think is super important, that I wish we knew how many PlayStation Direct consoles got sold. Because I think they sell, in one PlayStation Direct drop, I think they sell what everything Target has, and potentially more. So this idea of like looking at Target like this might be the holy grail or the solution for it, I think is not accurate. I think it's just a result of us being able to see the inventory days in advance and everyone like really getting their panties in a wad. which, like, I get it, you know. I literally ran out the door to one of those Targets to get one. So I don't have, like, it's not like I wasn't one of those people. The odds are as low as me not giving missile hickeys every night. Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. My iStore app now shows 269 online where it was 0 earlier. Not saying it says anything, but it's another crumb. No troll. Yeah. Yo. Hey, Philip. Nice to see you again as well. What up? Welcome. Apparently Sloppy Gang is a thing now, so welcome. Don't have the time or energy. No, it's all good, man. Don't stress. It's just great to see that I'm like having more than a single interaction with people. It's really, it's what keeps me coming back and doing this every night too. So thanks. Nice to see you too. Yeah, I do not think the stuff that's showing up in stores is like a lie. I think those units are very much there, at least in my area. Like, I physically saw them in one of the Targets I went to. But past that, we're the debate is not are Targets getting PlayStations. The debate is, when are they going to go live with those PlayStations, and do you have one near you that is going to be one of those live retailers? Like, of course, be well, Philip. I think all that stuff about like the 2030, 2038 shit, I think that's very legitimate. I would love, oh god, maybe I should email these companies and just be like, hey, do you have anyone that would be willing to talk about how your technology works? Is it more common for people to be using PopFinder or My Store for reference? In my experience, it's been PopFinder. That's what most of the people that are being, I think, more vocal about stuff have been saying. But we kind of earlier on the stream, we're trying to figure out which My Store app was even the actual My Store. I think I still have some doubts on whether or not the My Store we're talking about is even the same My Store that is relevant to Target. I think it's possible that someone is just capitalizing on the name, and that they, Target also has an internal system called My Store, which, well, what's the point of the stream if we don't do a little research while we're here, right? The biggest problem, guys, when I go to do research is I just can't see the chat, so I feel like I'm neglecting you. You ever hear the beginning of a song and think you're going to hate it? And then as soon as you're about to do something, it kind of hits the right way, and all of a sudden you're like, I like this. One of those. I'm trying to figure out there's a way for me to extend the chat so I can see it. Supposedly, if I was to hit this, chat would come up, but that's not. Oh, yo, I can load it over here. Okay, hold on one moment. But yeah, Kelsey, I think thus far, all I've ever heard about PopFinder is that it's like, if it's inaccurate, it's because something is gone that was already in the system. So I don't think they get fake numbers. Like, again, I mentioned it several times. I'll probably mention it every single night I talk about this. We cannot discount the amount of inside shit that is happening between employees that is limiting the amount of supply that truly makes it to people like us. Which, I'm not shading them. I would do the same fucking thing if I was in that position. You know for a fact I would cop myself and my friends a fucking PS5. But yeah, I think that's gonna be really relevant when it comes to this kind of online stuff. I don't know. I do not believe I'm trying to decide right now, and tell me what you guys think. Do you think the majority of the consoles in Target, so 51% or more, are going to go to people who have an inside connection, be it an employee or a family member of an employee, that kind of thing, or to people like us who are camping. And I guess you could throw bots in as like a third option, but because I'm kind of on the fence on whether or not I think. Nah, actually, probably not. I think Target would crack down on that. They'd probably figure that out, huh? Where the PS5 gonna drop? Valid question for tonight. If it's gonna drop anywhere, we're all looking at Target. If it was gonna drop, I think I have the link. It's all good. I had the link on my Twitter, but I will repost it for you. But it's basically just like they have a landing page for PlayStation, similar to how Sony has a landing page for their stuff. So it's pretty straightforward. All right. As much as I enjoy the song, that I definitely started this song out saying I like it. If this beat doesn't change pretty soon, it's gonna get skipped. It's only so long I can do this shit. I'm working on. Okay. Oh, nice. I can finally see chat, so that's good. I can do both now. I apologize. I'm working on the second monitor thing, but right now I'm like casting to my TV to see the chat, to interact here. It's a whole fun stuff. But yes, gun it. If I said that right, it'll probably be Target if anything. Still think it's unlikely. I think there's probably a little too much hype around the Target thing happening tonight. I said it earlier, but I've stayed up for Target drops that never happened multiple times. So it's I can't pretend like that hasn't happened and that I haven't learned not to trust some of the Target stuff. I know what to trust at this point. There are some things that have proved very consistent in this, and other things that have been completely random. Like, we've talked about it a lot. PlayStation Direct is pretty damn consistent in the times they drop. We don't always know, the day and that kind of shit, but they don't go too long without a drop. They almost always drop, normal Pacific Standard Time. Meanwhile, you got some of these other retailers, like Costco this morning. Fucking nobody's paying attention to that. No idea where that came from. Still no idea how many units they have. So, I don't know. I think the best we can do as sane people who are not hopefully sacrificing too much of our lives to this, says the dude who's been streaming for 2 hours about it, is just knowing what things you can actually bank on and what is going to be so random that it's impractical to consider it a realistic possibility for yourself. And I say that in the sense of like not beating yourself up, because I know I have personally missed a couple drops and like been very upset about it. And I think in hindsight, at least a few of those, it was like so obvious that nobody, myself included, was ever going to get one. So I don't know. I think it's good just for like your own psychological health to kind of know what things are actually worth putting your eggs into versus what's going to be more of just like a curveball that may or may not be in the right place at the right time. We'll see. For me, I'll tell you what it is. Yeah, Adorama, exactly. Adorama is like literally so bad that we're still debating whether or not the drop actually happened. The Walmart drop's bad, but I don't think anyone's debating if Walmart actually was selling consoles. That's kind of my feeling for a lot of these retailers that just you've never heard of. They're just, if you haven't heard of it, why do you think that they have some giant secret stock of PlayStations? Like, I think with one of the Adorama drops, people were like estimating, they're like, yeah, maybe there's 100 of them. 100 for the internet? There's 10 people here right now. Like, that's just stupid. It's a waste of time. So, yeah. I think that's why the places with the big stock are really what matter. But you got an Xbox off them, so you know they're legit. But that PS5 drop was weak. If it was even a real drop. Correct. Kelsey says he's off to bed. Good luck. Hope we get to chat again soon. Yo, I'll be here tomorrow night. I need to probably choose more consistent times so people can, if this is a thing that they like, so they can be here on purpose. So, yeah. I'll maybe, kind of do the same thing. Are most people, it sounds like most people are kind of all over the place, huh, time-wise. So, I guess I should try and cater to East Coast time. Yo, see you, Kelsey. Great to meet you. Thanks for stopping by. I know it's not the coolest thing in the world to, not have a ton of viewers, but I'm kind of digging that and actually talking and meeting to people. Yo, please, of course. Yo, take care of yourself first. Don't fucking stay up for some random rumors that literally might just be some dude getting his fucking rocks hard. Yo, you're not the sloppy warrior. You're the Grand King Sloppy. You chose that title, not me. We'll do our best out here. Regardless, I'll buy every PlayStation that I can get my fucking hands on. And if it turns into me just hooking one of the people here up, no problem. Fucking cool. I'm not in a position where I can do a giveaway because I'm not that person. I would love to, maybe one day, we'll see. But Sloppy Grand King, keep it real, dude. But definitely, if I cop a second one, 1000%. Anyone, Joe and Philip, it's their second time here. That's pretty fucking cool for me. That's the thing. At this point, I think the line for the sloppy is bigger than the PS5. It's true. That's what happens when you put it out on the internet. Free sloppies. It's, no one wants to say they want it, but they're definitely thinking about it on the ride home. It is what it is. The old sloppy. Yeah, we'll see. And honestly, probably tonight's not going to be the time when I figure it out, but at some point tomorrow, anyone that seems recurring, I'm going to try and be on regularly-ish. And I'll try and figure out times that work for you guys, because as fun as it is to just talk to myself, it's not. I would, the whole point is for us all to be here and for it not to fuck over our lives. So if we can figure out a way to do that, a lot would be cool. We'll see. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, your boy, as he sits here, he doesn't usually have dinner, and I just slowly consume beer, and so then I hit a point where both my stomach and probably my mouth are speaking a little too much, and then I have to so we'll see. Enough about me though. Let's do. I was watching earlier today, trying to figure out. I was how do people talk about this shit? They mostly just scroll through their Twitter, which is, I think, a little bit lame, but I suppose sometimes it is interesting if you're looking at the right things. So, I'm gonna look just real quick on Twitter to see if anything interesting is happening here, and if we can find anything good, maybe we'll dig into it a little bit. But if not, then I may end up calling it for our evening. Just so I can try and be my own version of a human, which is hard. I'm trying to figure out how to game on this, but just so we're crystal clear, I am low budging the fuck out of this. So I'm just using the computer I always had. This is my webcam. This mic's on a chair. I'm not in a position where I can buy a second monitor, so I just gotta buy an adapter for my TV. But hey, we're gonna do it. We're gonna hang out. We'll provide the community. It is what it is. I need to look at okay, cool. I don't know if this chat is as updated as the other chat. This shit is fucking Alright. Honestly, I'm not seeing anything that interesting. So our homie here, I'll put it on just so we've got something interesting. Oh, yo, I'll fuck around with the app, because if I can get the app to work, then that, I think, will make life better. Better for most of us. So, let's see. So, boom. I think that should have turned on. We'll check real quick. Yeah, it did. Okay, sick. That's nice. So this is the dude that we've been getting all this fucking hype about today, which is like, I think he's legit, but again, dude's talking with a lot of fucking caveats. When you have to scream rumors in all caps, like that's the kind of shit where if you're staying up, you really should not be. If you can stay up because it doesn't matter, fuck. Hey, come hang out, do whatever, but this is a fucking shot in the dark. Clearly. I don't know if you should stay up. That's a personal decision. As I said, it's today or tomorrow. Man, let's see. People are probably flaming the living hell out of this guy right now, right? We got 133 comments in 12 minutes. Oh, okay. They're pissed. Well, they're pissed they think bots are going to get it. I think that's... the joke on that is if bots are going to get it, they're going to get it on their own. Oh, yo, that was a point I actually wanted to make earlier. There is like a weird Twilight Zone of bot that we're not talking about that I think is super, super relevant to what's going on because they're neither scalper nor normal consumer. I don't know if you guys have like looked into it at all, but you can buy a bot to buy you a PS5. Like, I'm going to ask, please don't do that. Please don't fuel something that's making our lives a living hell. But, there are definitely a lot of people that are seeing they have to pay, I think I saw one that was cheap, it's like $15 or something, or like $5. There's a 5 involved. The point of that being, even if, bots per se aren't going to take all of these, there's probably a lot of normal people they're going to use their bots to get their console in ways that humans are just not going to be able to compete with. I hope that's not what happens. But, another great thing we can do now that I figured out how to screen share properly. Let's see how much it is to buy a PS5 bot. Bot for PS5. Let's see. I don't know. I think I found it through Twitter last time I did it. But someone was basically selling bots. Buy a bot. Well, if I find it at some point, I was hoping it would come up a little quicker, but at the same time, am I really surprised that a week or two after me seeing a very public way to buy a bot to do something illegal, probably not totally surprised. Wow, I hope this is... That's cool. I hope it's copyright free. That's great. Alright. Well, I guess you can't buy a bot anymore, so that's good. I'm about that. It was as easy as literally basically typing what I just typed in there. So this shit, this CBS News stuff, it's like these people don't know fucking shit. I mean, sure, they know things in a very bird's eye way, but compared to the bullshit we're doing, even if you're just some mom who just runs across this CBS article and you're like, oh, that's gonna be a little bit, I'm not sure about that. Oh, that is, this is, yeah, nice try. If anything, it's just gonna be signaling to moms and kids to get their hopes down. let's see what this homeboy talks it all about. Okay, no, I'm not just gonna like fucking browse the internet with you guys here unless that is actually more interesting and good for marketing. Okay, well, I can do some research on my own, guys, and then next time we talk, it can be hopefully something that's a little more, fun. Just turn that off, because I figured out how to do that. Yeah, that's what it looks like on my screen. Totally the things that I think you're supposed to show. Nailed it. Alright, peeps, I think we're winding down. We lost a couple viewers, no big deal. But I hope anyone who is still here and has been here for a while, thanks for stopping in. I'll be here tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get some better idea of what times work for people, and I'll try and cater my schedule a little bit for that. So, thanks for stopping by. At minimum, I will be on midday, guys, watching the PS Direct drop. So, I'm going to try and be on from like 11:30 a.m. to like at least 3:30 p.m. Wow, a lot of likes in my sentences, huh? So, if you want to see that, I'm going to be live streaming that. But thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Good to see you again. I'm going to try and be on for a little longer, a little more intentional tomorrow. And, like, again, be intentional about making it convenient for the people that just want, like, a place to hang out. So, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I had a good time. I mean, fucking 2 hours and 20 minutes. Like, it's not that bullshit, is it? All right. Thanks, Danielle. Thanks, Zachary. Thank you, Joe. Thanks, Trevor. Thanks, Michael's asleep, but you know, I got the 3 of you, 4 of you for sure. Wow, that's so cool. That's awesome, guys. There's like 80% of the people that were in there are like engaging. That's awesome. All right, well, thanks. I hope you guys have a good night, and I appreciate all the like the appropriate amount of like bullshitting that I think is good for the world and not self-destruct. Colin's still here, yo, and thanks to you too, Colin. All right, thanks, guys. I'll be here if you want to like fucking subscribe or whatever. That supposedly that's a thing. Again, I don't care. You can find it however you want. It's not about the money. I don't even know how to get money on this. Don't care. All right, peace, guys.